Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hope you've had an awesome day. It's been awesome to see so many new subscribers lately. Make sure you jump on the comment section, say g'day, make yourself known, join in with the comments. Just get involved, because I think there's a lot of smart people that watch this channel who have been able to contribute some really interesting things. I've read some of the comments lately. I've seen some really interesting viewpoints, had people message me personally and tell me some stuff that I found that I didn't know about, that I found fascinating. Now, if you know about things that I don't, pretty good chance you do, I can't know everything, then message me, get in contact. Now, Japanese automakers' China car sales tumbled in August. I personally think this is the start of a trend, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Now, Reuters reported that Honda Motor Company, Nissan Motor, and Toyota Motor saw their sales in China tumble in August as a chip shortage hit vehicle production in the world's biggest car market. A lot of people don't know that. China is actually the world's biggest car market by some measure. Now, interestingly, even though China's auto market has been contracting over the last year and a half, as has the entire world auto market, EVs have been rapidly expanding, and so have plug-in hybrid vehicle sales. In fact, they became 20% of the market in August this year in China and in Europe. Things are moving much quicker than anyone predicted. I've been bagged out, I've been criticized, I've been screamed at saying I'm wrong, that EVs are not going to take over, that it's going to not be, that if they do, it's going to take 20 to 30 years. Yeah, well, you can see you were wrong, guys. You were wrong. Now, Honda said it sold 91,000 vehicles in China last month, down 38% from a year earlier, in which they were also down from the year before that due to the COVID-19 pandemic and a shortage of components. I have an issue with this. There's lots of excuses going on, and I'm not buying it. I'm going to tell you why in a second. Now, Nissan said it sold 113,000 cars in August in China, down 11% due to external headwinds, including the ongoing pandemic, material shortage, and natural disasters across the country. Natural disasters across China. You're going to have to tell me what those were. Anyway, Toyota said it sold 144,000, in fact, cars last month in China, down 11% from the same month last year, in which it was down from the previous month, the previous year. Now, a prolonged global chip shortage has caught major automakers including Ford, Motor, General Motors, and Volkswagen off guard, forcing many to idle or curtail production. The shortage is unlikely to be resolved soon as the pandemic rages on in many parts of the world, China's top auto industry body said last month. Well, let's think about this, right? Honda, Nissan, and Toyota, the three largest automotive makers that represent Japan in China, they're the three largest in terms of their sales in China. For some reason, their sales were all down pretty significantly. It's more significant than those numbers because they've been down now for 2 straight years. So, why is it then that Tesla just released their figures and they're up to 242,000 sales over the last quarter? Why is it that BYD is up massively compared to last year? That NIO has tripled its sales compared to last year? Same for XPeng, Li Auto, they're all doing very well. Honghua Wuling, they're doing very well. SAIC, very well. Why are so many Chinese automakers not seemingly struggling with a chip supply shortage? They may say that they are, but why is it? Why is it that their delivery numbers are going up and not down? Well, it seems as though these Japanese automakers are very good with excuses, but lately not so good with actually delivering. Now, I made a video recently about how Japanese engineers and executives are being poached from Japanese companies In fact, this article was written by a Japanese publication showing thousands of employees have been poached from Japanese automakers by Chinese auto companies. The same thing, interestingly enough, has happened from Europe. Hundreds of European engineers and designers, executives, have been poached and gone to Chinese companies. Many of the designers of many of the Chinese makes coming out, you wonder why some of these Chinese cars look very impressive, in many cases more impressive than their Western counterparts. And that's because the designers now work for the Chinese companies. Now, what do you think? Am I onto something here? Could this be the start of the end? Could this be the beginning of the end? Or am I getting ahead of myself? Well, I personally think that major disruption is going on right now in the Chinese auto market. Now remember, there's only one company in China that is purely owned by that company, and that is Tesla. Toyota, NIssan, and Honda, and in fact every other overseas automaker, has been forced to join up to have a joint venture in China. So they only own a maximum of 50% of their company and a maximum, therefore, of 50% of the profits. So in other words, technically, really, if we look at this, although Honda sold 91,700 vehicles in China last month, 50% of those could be attributed to the local company that they did a JV with, who owned 50% of the company. That means they sold 45,000. Or if we look at Nissan, 113,000, 50%, that brings them down to what? About 56,500. Or if we look at Toyota with their 144,000, that brings them down to around 72,500. And if we look at the trends, where is BYD trending? Where are some of the other Chinese companies trending? Well, they're taking up more and more market share. While these Japanese companies complain, the Chinese companies get on with disruption. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.